Hey, and welcome back to Inspired Alchemy's Raw and Unfiltered with Lizzie. Today, this is episode 4. It's the frequency of love. I'm going to do things a little different today. I really wasn't asked a question, but I was inspired by a lot of things that have been breaking open in me lately. And yesterday, I had huge shifts. The past couple of weeks have actually been really big for me. The past couple of months have been pretty big as I'm trying to rediscover who I am. And so today I'm going to do things a little differently. I actually want to read you something. The author, the name is Courtney A. Walsh. And after I read this, I'm going to go into a little bit of how I resonate with this. So here we go. Dear human, you've got it all wrong. You didn't come here to master unconditional love. That is where you came from and where you'll return. You came here to learn personal love, universal love, messy love, sweaty love, crazy love, broken love, whole love infused with divinity, lived through the grace of stumbling, demonstrated through the beauty of messing up. Often, you didn't come here to be perfect, you already are. You came here to be gorgeously human, flawed and fabulous, and to rise again into remembering. But unconditional love? Stop telling that story. Love and truth doesn't need any other adjectives. It doesn't require modifiers. It doesn't require the condition of perfection. It only asks that you show up and you do your best, that you stay present and feel fully, that you shine and fly and laugh and cry and hurt and heal and fall and get back up and play and work and live and die as you. It's enough. It's plenty. And that's by Courtney A. Walsh. So we all have this idea of what we think love is, that we need somebody to complete us, that there's no such thing as unconditional love overall. And to me, that's not how it goes. And I agree with Courtney Walsh. Love is love, regardless. Love should never come with conditions. So when we say unconditional love, that means that you are putting conditions somewhere. When I love, and this has always been a problem of mine, and I think I lost it for a while because I was always too much. And as I'm reading back, I'm actually writing a book of poetry. Hopefully I'll have that out in the next, I don't know, I can't make any promises. Uh, it's an old book of poetry from when I was a teenager. And I'm reading through it going, who wrote this? Where did a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, it's everything from 13 to 18, where did I get this stuff during this age? How did I feel so deeply and where did it go? I was always too much for everybody. Because when I love deeply. It doesn't matter if you're my friend, if you're a romantic partner, it doesn't matter. When I love deeply and I love unconditionally. My love never comes with conditions. Obviously, I love my daughter differently because she is my child. And that's where I thought unconditional love was until I started thinking about it. The frequency that I put out. Does that mean I never get angry or I never get upset? No, I'm not love and light. Um, I've never have been. I've been a dark romantic my entire life and I forgot that. Do I have light? Absolutely, but I have found it in the dark. In my darkness and being alone and crying. And now I'm stepping into this new journey of self-love and finding my pieces and becoming whole. And it made me start thinking about the frequency of love that I have for myself that I used to give to everybody else and not myself. So when I love myself, I love myself passionately. I love myself deeply. And the deeper I go down this journey, this path, the more I see that, again, this is a way that I've always been. And if you're out there and you're thinking, I'm too passionate, I'm too anything, too much of anything, I'm here to tell you that you're not. You're not too much. And I mean, I guess I could see how when I was a teenager, how being too passionate, and I'm not talking about um, sex, I'm not talking about any of that kind of stuff. There was an intimacy that I used to have that I lost and that I'm finding again. A sense of just being raw and real. And that could be hard for some people to handle, especially trauma and all of that people have, right? And in talking to people and getting to know people, I realized that what I'm searching for, or what I thought didn't exist, actually other people feel the same way, and they don't think that it exists either. And so it got me to thinking, what if we were too much? What if we loved so deeply that we could feel it in our bones? We could feel it deep as a rumble in our soul, in our hearts. What if we allowed ourselves to be fully raw and open? I know some people will take advantage of it, but to feel it and to live is something beyond. And I'm starting to remember that passion I felt when I was younger. And now that I'm older and I have some experience under my belt and I've been through some things, the passion, the idea, the feelings, what I felt then is a little different than now because I have actually experienced life. So it's very interesting to see how deep I used to be and how I kind of let that go because society said, or people said, it was too much and I shouldn't want to feel that way, or I shouldn't feel that way, or it never exists. It never will exist. You'll never find that. I found it in myself. We go looking for everything in other people, but we need to look at ourselves. If you feel passionately about something, go for it. Passion is what drives us. And while some people might not agree with what I'm saying, and maybe my views will change, which passion, I don't think that will change. I really don't, because if I was passionate as a teenager and I knew very little about living, I don't think that I will change my idea of passion now. And I do think that I will only get passionate as I get older. More passionate, as I get older. And so we need to figure out whether we want to be raw and open and live and not just live, but feel alive. Feel that desire to move forward. And that's what's kind of on my mind today. As I'm breaking my heart space open, as my soul is kind of clawing at me, right? I am feeling the frequency of love. And like I posted in the last episode about duality, is being able to hold that duality. Will people always feel passionately about you when you feel it about them? Absolutely not. And that's okay. But to live, to be alive, to feel, that's everything. Not just merely survive. So I know today was a little different. I didn't really answer a question. And I read something to you guys. But Thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope that this episode helped you feel a little bit more like, or a little bit less crazy, right? If you feel like I do. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you in the next episode.